Y'all, when I seen that video of Remy Ma and the victim daughter, I felt that in my spirit. I felt that deep in my bones to my core. I ain't gonna go into too much details and tell you who it is, whether I may say he, her, they. I ain't gonna tell you the sex, I ain't gonna tell you the relationship. I'm just, because it's not really my story to tell, even though I've been living it with these people while they've been incarcerated and stuff of that nature. But I'm just gonna tell you the surrounding of it, I had a loved one who supposedly committed a murder. It shot up the store owner in the shoulder, went through him and killed the employee behind him. So, it was a horrible thing, a heinous crime. Whether my loved one did it or whether he was just with, it was a group of them. Whether he did it or whether he was one of the men that was there, either way it goes, someone got shot and someone lost their life. So now, I used to go to the store before middle school, during school hours, if we on lunch, after school. When I got grown, I used to go to the store and not the store. This just was a neighborhood store in this particular neighborhood. And I used to go to it. So when this thing happened, it just was crazy. My loved one ended up getting caught up in the situation, him and another guy. And the other guy who was his main co-defender, because one of the guys that committed the situation with them, he got killed, run from the police and hit a car and hit a tree and he got killed. So his main co-defender, he was already I think out on parole or something, because I didn't know much about him until, the case actually went to trial and stuff of that nature. But anyway, that's what happened. So my normal hairdresser, he went to jail. So, when you gotta figure out stuff when it's time to get a new hairdresser or whatever you go to. You gotta redo things. When something happened in your life, changes are always forever present. So, you gotta change up. So my original hairdresser, who was one of my close friends, he went in jail. Bim. I went to a hair salon a couple of times. They did all right, but it still wasn't my stilo. So I ended up going to this girl I had been her. She did hair for years. I knew of her, And I never went to her, but I went to her. I started going to her. She would do her hair in her house, in her garage. She made it up to her salon. And we became cool. We would be talking, having a good old time. She would offer me food. I'd bring her some drinks. And she said, "You'll stop by and give me." We just had a good relationship. We instantly, just got cool. So, we ain't never talk about our folks, our people, business. We talked about our business and stuff, stuff like that. It was all good vibe. Her daughter was a teenager. We was cool. Her son, her husband, everybody, we was just cool. No matter what type of environment I'm in, I can adapt to anything. And I always make friends or be friendly with whoever I'm around. That's just my nature. That's just who I am. But anyways, so it came up for my loved one to go to court. So, y'all, I had just got my hair done, maybe not even a week before court. Because I want to be cute. 27-piece quick weave. You know how we did it. Slid down looking good and stuff like that. Okay. She had just did me in. Had my little dress attire on, my little casual dress attire. Slats looking good, you know what I'm saying? At this time, I was I had to be 18 because I was working at Walmart. So, okay, bam, because I had to be 18. So, anyway, we walk in the courtroom. When I tell y'all, she looked at me, I looked at her, she turned her head and I turned my head, and that was it for our relationship. And there was times that I wanted to reach out to her, but I didn't. I don't know how she actually felt, but she was on her people's side and I was on my people's side. And it's just we had a clear understanding just that fast. So that was crazy. I never knew my folks co-defendant was this girl brother this whole entire time. Never knew. And it was messed up because, like I said, we had got close. Her daughter, her son, her husband. We was like, it was just so, and there would be times if she was taking too long, or she would do my hair in her robe, like, girl, I'm gonna take some off. Girl, you ain't gotta pay me that. Girl, pay me when you want to, and stuff like that. But I didn't take advantage of it. We just had grew a close relationship, and it was sad that it had to end like that. But that's just how life goes. So the store owner who got shot in the shoulder, he survived, but the man behind him did not. So the store owner seen my face. He know I came in his store. He knew he practically seen me grow up. And once I knew who he was. He didn't know who I was. He didn't know who the folks people was. But when he realized this was my folks, same look. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I can't do nothing but respect it. Her point of view, his point of view, and they can't do nothing but respect mine. You understand? It is what it is. And that's just how situation goes. When these people commit these crimes and put themselves in these type of situation, it not only affect the people the victim, it not only affect them, it affect your loved ones. That's true tea. As many of us have had loved ones and have been in this same situation. And Remy Ma, she knows she wrong. She know it deep in her core she wrong. But at the end of the day, that's her son. She got hate in her heart. She got pain in her heart. She got confusing. She feeling crazy. Because sometimes when we go through things in life, just being honest, we be wanting to know that somebody else feel our pain too. That we just ain't crazy. That we feeling all these mixed emotions. We want to know that. So she knows she wrong. But this is just the way that she dealing with it. And I know when she go home and when she think about it, she may come out and you know, and explain herself, and she may not. But I know she knows she wrong. Because her son, supposedly, I don't know if it was a group, whoever, y'all, you know, I heard that he was enlisted to take this 47 man out and put multiple, you know, bullets in him. And even after he hit the ground, he was still shooting. But I heard he had a co-defendant that was already sentenced to life and he already had, you know, charges or whatever. So, you know, all different details done came out. And, you know, whether he did or not. So, you know, but who knows? That's what he's been charged with. You know, it's always 4, 5 different stories. His side, they side, y'all side, our side, and the truth. So, and the girl, she lost her father. So she got pain too. She hurt, she mad too. She want justice. You know what I'm saying? She want to see blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that it had to come to that for them two ladies. Because both of them feeling pain. They hurt, they mad, they confused. They want justice. Both of them going through it. And that's just how it so happened to end up. But when I saw it, it touched my soul so bad. Like, I couldn't go another day without saying something, because I understand both sides. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been on the side of someone taking my loved one out, but I have lost loved ones, close loved ones, so I know that pain. I lost a child. You know, I know that pain, and I lost a loved one who put themselves in these type of situations, so I definitely know that pain. And this that lady's son, and she's a celebrity. She's a famous person. She's, you know, not a role model, but you know what I'm saying? I can't think of the word right now, but y'all know. She a public figure. So it's sad on both ends. On both ends. It is so sad. Trying to fight, calling each other names, and it's horrible. But that's just what ended up happening. And it is what it is at this point. But I'm telling y'all, Remy Ma knows she wrong. Because she can't be mad at nobody but her son. And whoever he did it with, or whoever, whatever, he put himself in this predicament, in her, in this man, in his family. And she knows that. And I know when she went home or whatever the case may, because they say she supposedly got arrested. The girl took a picture and posted that. I'm not sure. But when she think about it and realize that she may come out and say something, she may not. But she gonna know inside that she already going through the divorce. She already got this public dispute and back and forth with her ex-husband to be, and his girlfriend. She going through enough. That she still got a daughter that she got to raise. She done been in jail herself for shooting, and everybody saying she raised a killer and stuff like that. You know, it's a lot. And too much pressure on a pot or anything, it's going to bust. So that's exactly what I think it is. I don't know Ma, and Ma don't know me. I don't know the victim daughter, and she don't know me. But I'm telling you, that's my opinion on it, because I done been in this situation to where I wouldn't even go to that store. And when I finally went to that store 10 years later, a decade later, it was like foreign to me. Like I haven't even never been in there before. That's how long it had been since I've been in that store. It was foreign to me because I call myself being loyal. I ain't supporting, they ain't getting my money. When I was wrong, I worked at Walmart, and I would be an overnight stopper. And these people will come in, you know how they do them convenience stores or them little corner stores. They'll shop at bigger stores and make the price high. He would come in there, and they would come in there, and they would shop. And he would come on the aisle that I probably working on a zoning, and I back all the way up or leave the aisle. Look at him, he'll look at me. We knew each other. We knew of each other. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't even been like that. He probably had some hatred towards me or dislike towards me. Or he probably simply like, you know, it's awkward. It's an awkward situation. So I definitely understand. And I was mad for years and just basically held hatred. As far as in not would visit the store, wouldn't buy nothing in the store. If I see them, I go the other way, wouldn't speak, wouldn't say nothing. And it wasn't right. But it took me a long time to realize it, that you can't do this. You can't. This not your battle. The battle is over. The decision is made. What was going to be done is done. Girl, you got to go on with your life. You still can love your loved one and still shop. Don't keep putting yourself in these predicaments to where you got to go outside the box or go, you know, make all these other arrangements, for lack of a better word, to, you know, just I had to let it go. It's fresh to her still. And it's going to take her a while. But I do hope she come to this internet and apologize and acknowledge that she was wrong. I really, really, really do. I really, really do. Y'all, but that's just my opinion on it. I don't know. Have y'all ever been in a situation like that? If so, did y'all, you know, react like that? Were you on the other end? Were you the victim family or what? You know what I'm saying? Get down in the comments and tell me what y'all think about the situation, because it's truly a sad situation. It truly, truly is. So y'all let me know how y'all feel. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe, because I don't know what y'all waiting on. Bye.